What is up? It's your boy Johnny SHREVE. I have BB Pros to tell like it is, guys. Yes, I'm here at the iconic One Gen Gym here in California. Yes, Larry Wheels Gym. We're actually around here, some here doing some stuff, but the equipment here is absolutely amazing. But I'm not going to spoil for you guys because I'm doing my push day 2 shoulder dominant chest secondary. They got some amazing equipment here, but I'm going to use dumbbells to start because the mistake that you guys are doing still, I'm going to make sure that you're going to stop doing in this video today, along with taking some tips and cues from the rest. Let's get into it. So regardless of your shoulder, chest, it's a pressing mistake that happens mostly. So when I start off pressing, I always go through a motion that even if I didn't have dumbbells, this is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna kick my weight up, kick up. I do this thumb thing because it keeps me aligned and kind of gives me a representation of dumbbells. The problem with you guys, you're pressing is this happens. You guys can't see from the side, you can only see from the front. So you gotta kick up the weights, and you're here and you push out your arms, your head's back, you do everything like you say, floor to core, your butt's back, your chest is up, and then you start pressing, right? And you're pressing and I'm watching this and tempo's pretty good, but I'm like, something's off. And it's manipulating the way you're actually moving, even though it looks like you're moving pretty good from the front. And what that is basically, if you go to the side, this happens. We have the dumbbells that are like on a different angle than our actual arms in terms of our humerus, or our bicep tries that bone. So what I do is, when your hands are up, when you're here, a lot of times you guys can't see from the side, so you end up kind of doing this. And this is gonna change a lot of how you're pressing, because if you look at my arm, how things are changing from here, just going from like, you know, supination to pronation, it's gonna put a little bit of pressure on my bicep tendon as well too, which is gonna cause a little bit of pain if I'm kind of like this. And what I wanna make sure is that my entire arm, from here, everything's on the same angle. Meaning when I pull this arm up like this, I want to make sure that the elbow and here is like on the same. I don't want to be like this. I want to be straight, flat down. A little bit of a, you know, a little bit of an angle coming in. But then I also want, when I do the thumbs up basically, I want my thumb to be on the same angle as my shoulder. If my thumb is pointing this way or pointing this way, and if it's pointing this way, sometimes not bad if your intention is to press in a hammer grip. But if you're not, and your arms back this way, or mostly internally rotated or pronated, which will cause internal rotation, we want to make sure that we're keeping the fist to the ceiling and basically your thumb on the same angle. That's like, if I see my thumb pointing the same angle, it means my fist is on the same angle. So the dumbbell will be on the same angle. We want the dumbbell to be parallel with the ceiling, not an angle this way, not an angle this way. We want it straight this way, on the same angle as my humerus bone, my shoulder bone. That makes any sense. So, floor to core, up back, opening up, angle a bit, and I'm looking, I'll check to the side to make sure they're there. And there, up, control. This little warm up. Another mistake we're making is when we're pushing. Whatever incline you're on, it's just, we're not aware of our body's orientation sometimes when it comes to just our spatial awareness. When you put gravity on things, we're trying to balance it, it sometimes messes us up. When I'm pressing, whether I'm on an incline, 65, 95, 45, 35, I want my hands to be pushing straight into the sky. Most time when we press, when we're up, we think we're pressing to the ceiling, especially when we're on an incline, and we're pressing this way, right? It feels like we're pushing this way because we're on a little bit of incline, so pushing the ceiling feels like we're actually pushing straight in the air when we're actually not. When most time when people are doing this and pushing here, what happens is, guess what? Gravity is pushing me this way. And because my arms are on a little bit of an angle, it's pushing me this way. So not only am I trying to push the weight up with the weight having gravity against it, but I'm also pushing on an angle that's not advantageous at all to my shoulder and not getting underneath it. It's like doing a short front raise the entire time. I want elbows to be underneath, stacking the joints, and pushing to the ceiling. And the ceiling would be over my head. 6 to 8 reps, a good negative, 2 to 3 second negative, 1 second pause at the bottom, right? As soon as I get them up, push my feet on the ground, push my butt in the back of the bench, my head up, chest is staying up. I'm here at the top, open my arms a bit, control it down. So that there is a really good last set for my hard sets. And so I'm gonna head up to around like a 60, and that'll be fine. If I feel like it's too heavy or too light, I'm just gonna make my rep harder. I'd rather make my rep harder when it comes to shoulders than adding more weight right away. So milking this stretch and milking the negative, I'll do that before I add more weight. When that gets super easy, then yeah, then move up in some weight, but I don't wanna cause so much trauma on my shoulder if I don't have to. So let's exhaust the muscle, not annihilate it. I like that weight. I have more, I'd say like 3 more reps there. So to make up that, I'm not gonna add another 5 pounds. Nah, I think just like my next set anyway, resting 2 minutes, potential will be pretty high anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just stay with this and have a little bit of a longer negative or just a little more control of the set. And I'll make it that much harder and harder. I got around, I would say it's about a 2 to 3 rep in reserve, for sure. And I would say that'd be consistent for my shoulders. Because I'm not gonna wanna take my shoulders to like anything kind of close to failure. I don't wanna grind out reps with my shoulders. I try to, at gyms like this, guys, I get it that you're not gonna have this at your gym, but it's you're basically like what a lot of the equipment that they're using or that they're making make the free weight stuff more accessible. We're gonna do it this way. So we're gonna this way and out. What's cool with this is this should be back like you want it to go back. You want a better contraction at the top of this, and you get a better contraction with your rear delts when your arms pull back this way, not out this way. So this is actually pretty good this way to do so. The thing with this is, again, when it comes to any of those machines for lateral raises, we want to push your arms and be long. We don't want to have these here and then doing this stuff. We want long arms pushing back and here. So we'll do that. So my push day 2 is very like one to 2 max pressing movements, mostly depending on what it is. If it's dumbbell, it's gonna be, because I'm hitting more lateral and anterior, it's gonna be one pushing movement. The rest is gonna be accessory. I'll go to my rear delts first because that's something that needs attention for right away after pressing first. And then from there, I'm gonna go and do my chest, which is my secondary, which is going to be more of a fly, but I'm still going to get a lot of out of those flies. Then I'll come back and I'll do a little bit more of like a front deltish type side lateral, so we get a little more, and I'll feel great, and that'll be it. And I'll have some tricep at the end. If you ever get a chance to use this machine or any machines like this, how I like to grip this to make sure I can like pull with my shoulder, not so much with my hand, even though I'm holding it. I'm gonna grab this at the end and get my hand right underneath. Right? My knuckles they're not like this. That's gonna make you pull from here. my knuckles are right underneath, and from here. At the end, my thumb's kind of over the end here, and everything's aligned. So if you're at this gym and use this machine, or you're doing it seated, this one technique or tip you can do, but if you're on a bench that's slippery, you can't. When I'm on this, a lot of my leverage is being created by me pushing my feet back. So when I'm here, I'm pushing into this hard, right? I'm not sitting down and my butt's kind of lazy on the bench. I'm pushing my butt back, like if I say I guess to kind of do this around, but I'm pushing myself back like this, so I can lower myself to here. And when I'm all the way down, my butt's being pushed to the back of this bench, and I'm pulled from here. So push your butt in the back of here, of the bench, through pushing through the ground, tighten your core, and then protract, and it's like let yourself open right up. You don't need this machine. If you do, it's a dope machine. But if you don't have it, you're like, man, John, I want to really do the same thing. You can literally do the same thing. Again, these machines are made to replace a lot of the free weight movements. And a well-done machine is one that will really emulate a free weight movement properly through the engineering of this machine. And this does a really good job of that. So if you have dumbbells, and same thing, get on a bench, push yourself down, right? Core engaged, your dumbbells are gonna hang. And instead of going out this way, you're gonna go out this way. That's it. And you go from here, back a bit. So you're kind of like this. That's how you replicate this machine through free weights. And that's what this machine is doing by copying the free weight. Really good job with this machine, because I got a massive pump in my rear delts. You get the peak contraction at the top, and then because of peak contraction, controlling on the way down, makes that negative, and then the stretch, phenomenal. That's why I emphasize, man, the full range of motion. Use the half ranges, or the long length, or the shortened when you need to. You're doing it right, you're gonna get all of it anyway. You use them in the end when you need to do like partials, because you can't do a full range of motion now, right? Cool, so we're gonna take these guys out to the side. Right, I'd adjust this a little higher if I had to, but you're still gonna get a stretch from here. Don't split hairs on exactly how far. If you don't have it available for you to lift it up here, don't be like, can't do it, as you can. Just stretch it more. Lean into it from here, right? There's tension here still. Anyway, we're here, out to the side, out to the front and side, right? So not like this, I'm across, front. And I'm trying to touch as far as I can. I'm not trying to pull up like this. I'm trying to reach and touch the other side of the room. You guys watch what I do, like why I kind of do this a bit at the end. It's like, it makes me stretch. So I'm here, I do this, I kind of stretch and pull. That's what I'm doing with a little bit of a hip movement. This is great. Leaving that there, 12 to 15 reps. There you go, and that's why this thing is cool, because the perfect angle on here will adjust this. I lower the weight slightly, just to, I want to take it a little longer. I like, especially when it comes to like lateral exercises, for me, I know it's like I said, it's a time and attention thing, but I like time and attention for my shoulders to be longer in accessory work with more reps under control, right? So if I want to have like a longer set, I want that longer set to be with, more reps than having like, 10 reps of 5-second negatives. You know what I mean? I like to get a nice pump. I want to get a little more upright. Two more sets. You think about it like shoulders today, right? So we did 3 hard sets, 3.5 of shoulder press, 3 hard sets of bent over, 3 hard sets of lateral, right? Now we're doing basically like pressing. I'm not gonna say that's any much of shoulders, more so there's a lot of chest. But that's right there, right? That's 9 sets. And my first chest day this week has a set, or not a set of exercise, much like this, of shoulders. So I get my quota in like terms of like, you know, reps per week for each muscle group. Sorry, sets. Again, if your form isn't down, get a basic split, basic movements, master those movements, and then we start adding the other extra spices. Let's do this from the bottom here. When you guys get in here, if you watch me, I'll pull it down right away. I'll get over top of it. Get myself long chest up. I'm gonna be like athletic behind here. You know what I mean? I'm not like this, right? Like I see this all the time. It's like, right? You don't got control here. You wanna be an athlete. Get yourself behind the weight. Hinge slightly. Get over top of the weight. A little bit of leverage, right? I'm hinging a little over top of the weight. Elbows coming back, things kind of skimming my face. Up here, stretch, and then boom. I'm over the weight. I'm controlling this thing. My center of mass, my balance, and my hips are back, allowing me to kind of lean on this a bit. I'm under complete control from my toes all the way down.
People get it jumping. Party people bounce to the beat. Get it jumping. Party people get it jumping. Party people bounce to the beat. Get it jumping.
I'll put the weight up a bit more here. Triceps and biceps, I don't mind going to failure at all. Failure of the muscle, not the joint. The difference, you know, when you're just trying to like pull weight reps out and you're not feeling any in the muscle. I like going to failure until I can't like flex my bicep and get the weight up. So if I can't get it up, I'm done. I'm not gonna sit there and try and do parts with my ligaments and tendons that are like. That's it. I am satisfied. It's a little under an hour workout. Seated dumbbell shoulder press, 6 to 8 reps. Then we had the seated machine Riddell flies, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Then we had the standing cable, a little bit of an angle lateral raises, unilateral, 1 at a time. Then our 12 to 15 reps. We did chest flies with the cables again, standing, 15 to 20 reps, 3 sets. And then finish off with tricep extensions with the easy bar, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Nice, slowly, eccentric, control, full, shorten or contract the top, full stretch the bottom on each and every exercise. And that was it. So excited to say, but I have to go. I'm leaving tomorrow. Oh, you just got to work out here and give you guys some great tips. And anyway, till next time, guys, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.